唔好意思啊，今次我一定要贏。So last night, about 4:30 this morning, I was going through all of the stuff to do my to get rid of file my motion to remove that public defender on a lot of grounds, and also doing my motion to have this case thrown out, which it will be. There's no buts. But I came across something on the internet which really caught my eye as I was looking up this case. It says we are not U.S. citizens or United States citizens. Right there. I don't know if y'all can see it, but it's right there. Right there. Right there. Okay? And it states that we are not U.S. citizens or United States citizens, E.T. A.L. Statuses are not laws to be convicted under. Statuses must have your consent. Okay? The courts don't got my consent, period. I never gave them my consent, okay? Now, this comes from the Superior Court of the United States, all right? And it states here that we do not give our consent, all right? We are not citizens. We are not U.S. citizens, and we are living souls. We are not a body entered into writing in all uppercase letters, all right? So then it got down here where I noticed something that was so familiar. A status is not a law, all right? First National Bank. And then under it, it also says sovereign person, okay? And then it ruled that a code is not a law in Self versus RHAY, WN, second edition, 261, in part of fact and law, all right? And I don't know if y'all can see this. Let me see if I can turn this light up. This is kind of crazy because it caught my eye. It caught my eye as I was looking up a case. All right, it really caught my eye, my attention. And then it goes further. It goes further down where it says right here, the U.S. Superior Court declared that common law is the real law of the superior law of the land. Okay, U.S. Superior Court declared common law is the real law, the superior law of the land. The codes, rules, regulations, policies, and statutes are not the law. Okay? Self versus RHAY 61 WN, second edition, 261. It's even deeper. U.S. Superior Court declared all codes, rules, regulations are for government authorities only, not human creation, in accordance with God's laws. All codes, rules, and regulations are unconstitutional and lacking due process. And this comes from U.S. Department of Labor. Okay? Superior Court again did the same thing. They keep saying it and saying it. So they keep saying that judges ain't got no authority, no nothing. And this one right here is even better. Okay? Then they got here on this. Now this is from their legal department. Then they got here. There has not been any judges in America since 1789, and there has only been administration. RFC versus GE 281 US 464 Kelly versus Potomac Electrical Company 261 US 428 1 states 138 to 178. The Superior Court has warned about this before, that there is no such thing as judges to be sitting on the bench, etc., etc. The only thing that the state has is administration laws. Administration laws. That's what it says. Administration laws. I don't know if y'all can see that, but administration laws. Administration laws. They say there hasn't been a judge. There hasn't been judges in America since 1789. There have only been administrative codes. That's it. Only administration. That's it. The common law is the real law, superior law of the land. The codes, rules, regulations, policies, and statutes are not laws. They are the law for government employees. They are laws for the government employees. For the intention regard regulations of the laws for government employees. That's what it says. I couldn't believe when I came across this, man. And it gives so many cases. And none of these cases have ever been overturned in no court in the United States. None of these cases has ever been overturned in any court in the United States. It says here, all rules, regulations, all codes, rules, and regulations are for government authorities only, not human creation, and accounted with God's laws. And it blew my mind when I saw this, and I was looking up a case, and I'm like, well, wait a minute. So I'm looking up the penal codes. Wait a minute, that's a penal code. Penal codes are not even laws. So I'm going through here and I'm going through there. And so I pull up the Constitution again, and it states right here, this is what the Constitution says. 1776. No state shall make, first it goes, no, Congress shall make no laws or enforce any laws to infringe on the Constitution. Then it goes deeper. It says, no state shall make or enforce any laws which be dividing the privilege or immune of any citizen of the United States, nor shall any state deprive any person of life, liberty, or property. Wow, it's pretty heavy. Then it goes to freedom of speech, 1777. The right to freedom of speech. Congress shall make no laws when it comes to freedom of speech, freedom of religion. Congress shall make no laws to infringe on the people for freedom of speech and freedom of religion. Congress shall make no laws. So all those laws they put in there about trying to block people from saying what they want to say is unconstitutional. Even the state can't make no laws in their constitution about freedom of speech, freedom of the press. They can't even make a penal code for that. They can't even make a law for that. Let's go fighting. Come on, I'm waiting to fight. Let's go. Let's go fight it. See, and then you got in there about filing a lawsuit. We have the right. We have the right to file a lawsuit. We have a right to have the people served by anybody. You can serve them yourself and everything else. Those rules and regulations are for them, not for the abiding citizen. Understand? In the Constitution, it says it. In this law, it says it right here. where it states that the United States has already ruled we are not U.S. citizens or United States citizens. This comes from their own Superior Court, so they can't even back out of that. The United States Superior Court can't even throw that away. And none of these laws in here, none of these cases in here has ever been overturned under no circumstances. Under no circumstances, you know? And it's kind of funny how we sit back and we let these fucking people violate our constitutional rights until we are forced to understand our rights. It's amazing. It's amazing. You know, it's totally amazing how these people get away with this shit, but they're not getting away with it with me no more. I'm sorry. I'm taking everybody down, man, that violated my constitutional rights and everything, man. I'm fed up with it. You know, I'm fed up with it, you know, because this got to the point where this guy, he filed false charges, which states that what gets me is that this prosecutor literally committed perjury on a false charge that has nothing to do with what I say on the internet. He literally did that. You know, why? Discrimination, racially profiling, the works. And I even pulled up the law so many times and everything, and I didn't see nobody in the state of the United States, in no state in the United States, that got a charge for disorderly conduct because you post something on the internet. Never seen no case, and I couldn't find one. Not here in California, not in Minnesota, not in Wisconsin, not in Las Vegas, Nevada, nowhere in the United States where they could charge you for disorderly conduct because of what you put on the internet. So what is this prosecutor doing? Racially profiling, discrimination, hate, filing a false charge, point blank. So I'm doing my lawsuit against this prosecutor, against this deputy. They never did no investigation whatsoever. Everybody knows everybody. Everybody knows everybody in that courthouse. Didn't get me in front of you. You violated my Sixth Amendment rights, you know, and this is going to be dismissed. And you can't refile shit. That's the bottom line, because I'm not going to let you. Because if you try to refile, that right there shows hate, retaliation, point blank, you know. And they own courts in Minnesota says that an officer has to have in their possession the warrant. They have to read you the warrant. They have to read you the warrant. They have to take you immediately in front of a magistrate. There's no ifs and no buts, immediately. Not when you say you can, not when your Constitution is unconstitutional, because it violates my First Amendment right. It violates my constitutional rights, 14th Amendment, 16th Amendment, 6th Amendment. You got no play no more with me. You have no play. It's time for me to fight. And you see, I got that right to fight for my freedom. I got that right to fight for my constitutional rights. I got that right to fight for my belief. But then I came across something very interesting. What really caught my eye a lot about my ex. I got to play this. I really do.
Create the storm, then get mad. He lives with his family. I'm with that. Still want to be here? Now it's a game. Like some of y'all be acting like y'all don't be seeing it, but baby, playing victim in a situation that you created. Oh yeah, baby, that's narcissistic as hell to me. Hello, somebody. How you gonna create the storm, then get mad when it rains? How you hurt somebody and then get mad that they hurt? How you damn somebody go outside your way to destroy a person and then get mad when they no longer want to deal with you? Baby, playing a victim in a situation that you created. Oh, baby, that's narcissistic as hell to me. I'm sorry, but it is. They say don't leave the one that you love, the one that you like.
You know what's so funny? This lady spoke the truth on how I bust my wife so many times cheating and everything, and she tries to play the victim, you know? And at 18, 19 years of marriage, never had no case of domestic violence, no nothing against her. She has hit me, she has lied to me, she had cut me, she tried to kill me, she had all of that when she get mad and drinking. But then when you bust the women cheating, that's when you're the bad person. When you throw that person out the house, that's when you're the bad person. You see, that's when you're the bad person. When I'm fighting back, that's when I'm the bad person. But she could never say nothing good about me whatsoever. Because you know why? Because she's a fucking liar. She's a fucking liar. She's a fucking liar. That's why. She wants to always be a victim of something. You know, she wants to be a victim of every fucking thing. You know, everything. And I noticed that when she used to work at these other places like Bloomingdale's. She always wanted to play the victim role, you know. And then with Babies R Us and Toys R Us, I always want to play the victim role, you know. And then AutoZone, I always want to play the victim role, you know. And then I found out she got fired or released from AutoZone. So she went to this other company, you know. She was told to, because if the judges find out that you are making that kind of money, which we can't explain now, then you in trouble and I'm in trouble. So they removed her first attorney, and his partner did all of the stuff. So this is what really freaked me out about what happened when this other attorney said she wasn't served properly. The courts mailed her everything. When that lady, Jen, that's her name, the court clerk, Jen, told me straight out on the phone call and in my face, well, they contacted her old attorney to let her know that they were sending her documents that you filed. Whoa, the courts ain't got no right to call somebody's ex-attorney and tell them that you filed documents for her to be served. The courts don't got that right to do that. That right there should be investigated. No court in the United States, no court clerk in the United States is supposed to reveal any information to anybody. To anybody. That is conspiracy. Straight out, when she told me that, I looked at her and said, what right do you got to call her ex-attorney up and tell them any damn thing when the attorney was removed off the records? What right do you got when all you supposed to do was send this stuff out to her house because y'all got her address? What right do you have to call her ex-attorney and mention anything? That's against the law. That's against the law. That's against every law in the United States, because now you have commit conspiracy against me. No court has the right to notify no other party of what you filed or anything else. No courts. No court clerk has a right. Hey, well, your husband just filed this. Well, I don't have an attorney. The attorney was moved by the judge. Well, the judge told me to call you to let you know this. That came out of the clerk's mouth. So what right did that judge have to tell the clerk to call her old attorney? Because I filed my motion in my affidavit. And then this other attorney knew that I was coming after him for his perjury, and they submitted false evidence to the court, which is perjury. Okay? They removed him, so they took over the case. And this idiot committed perjury and filed perjury in a divorce in his response to the motion. Then I find out that this judge had no jurisdiction to even answer that motion. So that motion is void. That motion is completely void. Had no jurisdiction to answer that motion whatsoever. The judge had no jurisdiction, no right, by law, no right, by law to even to have the clerk call up her ex-attorney. Hey, your ex-husband filed this. Oh, okay, mail it to me, and I'll give it to the attorney. And then the attorney will do the motion. That's what happened. It's proof right there, evidence right there. That's what the hell that, and I'll take a polygraph test. That's what happened. A judge removed the attorney. I filed the motion. The clerk, Jen, tells me the judge told her to call her old attorney's office because I filed the motion, and she sent the motion out. She sent copies of the affidavit and the motion to my ex-wife, but she was ordered by the judge to call her ex-attorney, and that's what happened. And the judge that handled it was out of his jurisdiction to even hear that case. To even hear that case. So I got 17 cases that was overturned by the appeals court in the United States Superior Court, where when a judge refused to hear what I had to say on a judgment, that judgment that judge put in is void. It is void. Don't exist. Removed. So I got to go through everything again. Everything again, which is cool. I go through everything again. Everything again. You know? And it is so funny how then they say, well, no, you should leave that job, go to another job, because then the court's going to find out, if he pushes the issue, the court's going to find out, well, yeah, you made all of this money, and we already got your original stuff from your employment, and it says you got a 401k, you have a company car, and all of that, and your salary changed from 2018 all the way up to 2022. Oh, you got to quit the job or get fired or something. You got to go to another job. Act like you're making less money, you know? But we got to make sure that the judge don't grant nothing about your other bank accounts and stuff like that. So we got to push the issue on that, you know? That court in Gaylord, Minnesota should be shut down, demolished, and every one of those clerks in there, from the clerk, Jan, to her supervisor, need to be behind bars to help with conspiracy, with all of that. I even wrote a motion when I filed my complaint against that judge to get removed. The judge was removed. And it says in my complaint, these are the charges that I'm charging you with: discrimination, violation of the color law, violation of the ADA Act, violation of refusing to let me file my lawsuit, which I have a right by the constitutional rights, violation to accept my lawsuit, violation to have my lawsuit served. Nobody got to pay a damn dime to file a lawsuit and to have them served. That's bullshit. The constitutional right says that we got that right. We got that right to file our lawsuits. We have that constitutional right. That's under federal laws. Federal laws. You know, and you commit a conspiracy, the RICO Act, because you're all a criminal organization in that courthouse, and that can be proven by court records. You destroy court records. You didn't file my stuff until you decide to file it, which is also against the law. Then the lawsuit goes back when the appeal court said he got the right to these fee waivers. The case got to continue. You refuse to do anything with my case. So yes, you interfere with a lawsuit. You commit conspiracy, hate, RICO Act, the works. The works. Then you get this idiot again that calls different sheriff's departments to have me arrested because of what I say on the internet, what I post on the internet. Everybody telling, leave the man the hell alone. It's going to backfire in your face. Then her ex-husband becomes a bitch. He's a straight coward. You know, he's a straight coward. So I'm bringing everything. You know, I'm bringing everything. And under the Sixth Amendment, I got a right to cross-examine that person. That person got to be on the witness stand. There's no ifs and no buts. No ifs and no buts. That person got to be on the witness stand, sworn in, no ifs and no buts. And right then, when that bitch gets sworn in, she'll be caught in her lies. Right then and there, because I got the videos. I got everything. I got the videos when she helped my ex-wife move out on 5/7/2020. She helped my wife set up everything, the works. I got the confirmation from the FBI where identity theft that was done in 2020 that they did on me. I got all of that. I got people coming from the bank. Investigators coming from the bank are going to be subpoenaed. This trial is going to last about 4 or 5 months. That's what it's going to last, 4 or 5 months. You know, 4 or 5 months. And I got recordings. I got videos. So now she got to explain to the jury, wait a minute. You just said in your police report that you haven't seen this man's ex-wife from 2012, 2013, but yet he got records and videos her going over to your house drinking in your trailer park in November 2019. Let me see here. 2012 and 2013, but yet you called our house back in 2016 or 17 that you're filing a divorce against your ex, and you wanted my ex-wife to file a statement, make a statement for you for the judge in Faribault, Minnesota, that he was abusive to you, and say that you wanted her to say that she seen him beat you and hit the kids. When he didn't even drink. He stopped drinking years ago, you know? And we have never seen that. We always seen you yell at him and throw stuff at him and point a gun at him when you got angry because you thought, because you worked for a prison, you got the right to point a gun at people and stuff. Then you want to sell a shotgun to us. And I said, no, I didn't want no shotgun from you. Yeah, but you haven't heard from us since 2012, 2013, which was a bunch of bullshit. Because you called our house because you wanted my ex-wife to make a statement to put in your files for the judge that was dealing with your divorce, which that judge was an idiot, you know, because that's the problem with these judges. They only go by what the women say in Minnesota. They don't go by facts. They don't go by evidence. They only go by what the women say. And that's the problem with the system in the state of Minnesota. These judges need to be taken off the bench. They need to be fined. They need to be prosecuted, these judges and prosecutors behind lies. You don't know the damage you do to us men, us real men. When you lie like that, you commit false testimony, you file false charges, you file false documents to the courts. That's not helping nobody but yourself to do that. And it's time for these women to stop getting away with that. It's time for the hammer to come down on every woman in the United States, especially in the state of Minnesota, that does this shit. And there was a law that I found where Minnesota these attorneys sued the state of Minnesota about that when women make false restraining orders, false testimony, and all of that stuff. And they were sued. The state of Minnesota was sued for like millions of dollars. And those attorneys won in 2019. They won. And the state agreed that it would be an investigation on all restraining orders. So then you got this Hope place that gets federal funding to allow them to file false restraining orders. Oh, and this is the good part. The women got money, but then they say they don't have money, but the women can file false restraining orders when they don't have, when they got money, but they don't got to pay. But a guy has to pay. Guy can't get a fee waiver or nothing. But the guy, if that's not discrimination against all men, I don't know what is. I don't know what is. See, I like this. I'm a nice person. People took my kindness as a weakness. But when I fight back, I'm fighting back, and I'm fighting back hard. Because when I fight back, I'm taking you down. I'm taking you down like the dog, the slut, the cunt that you are. I'm taking you down. There's no ifs, no buts about it. I'm taking you down. I am taking you down. For every lie that you put on me, for every conspiracy that you helped with, I'm taking you down. Now, this is the best thing about it all. Since this person called each deputy, which is out of jurisdiction, every one of them will be subpoenaed. I will put them on the witness stand. She has to be subpoenaed because she got to go on the witness stand. Because you see, it all started from this one individual calling them up, different agencies, leave the man alone. He ain't fucking with you. Why is it so important you watching my videos on YouTube? You and the sheriff's department. Why is it so important that y'all watching my videos on YouTube? Why is that so fucking important that y'all watching my videos on YouTube? Because y'all dirty. I'm speaking the truth. I've never once lied. Never once lied. Y'all some dirty motherfuckers in the state of Minnesota. Y'all some crooked, lying, conniving bastards in the state of Minnesota. Some of you motherfuckers, man. Some of y'all don't even need to be breathing the same air as other people. You know? You show respect, you get respect. And you see the funny thing about this whole situation? We love, and we love too much. I had an associate of mine that passed away this year. And he died of bad insulin. They gave him bad insulin. And they tried to put that he died of COVID, but he didn't. His mom and his wife asked for an autopsy, so they had an autopsy done. And he died of bad insulin from the pharmacist and some pharmacists, so I'm going to say. So anyway, he used to say, man, we are different, me and you. We are the only two people that really show respect, honor our wives. I said, yeah, because this, you know, nowadays, women say it's hard to find a good man. No, you had a good man. You had a good man. You decided to treat that good man bad. You decided you didn't show no appreciation to that good man. You didn't show no true love to that good man. You let everybody put everything else into your head, and you let some other guy talk to you, and you left a good man, you know? And he goes, yeah, man, you know, because I used to watch his wife, man. His wife used to argue, and I'm like, shit, she's doing the same thing my wife does, but I just sit back and I just listen to it. You know, when she hit me, I walk away. When she cut me, I walk away, you know? But sometimes we get tired. And like he said, there's no real women there's no real ladies in the United States no more. You got these women that have no respect for themselves, no dignity, no honor. They care more about how they look and put their asses all over the internet, butt naked, half naked, and all of this and all of that. There's no real ladies no more like it used to be. You got two categories, really three on each. You got a boy, turns into a guy, which a guy ain't worth shit. If he drinks, messes with drugs, he ain't worth shit. If he has more than one cell phone, he ain't worth shit. He's a cheater and a liar. You got a man. We respect, we honor, our ladies. We put our ladies on this big ass pedestal. When she's going in her job, upper, we praise her. We tell her, good job, baby. We never put her down. We joke around a lot and everything else. You know? But once you lose that respect,